skinny leg legend. Oregonian, it's hard to meet a Fevin. I might grow me a gut like my dad. My folks want grandkids really bad. So baby, do you wanna be a mini baby mama? Yeah, our kids could be East African, or they could be an accident. How you doing? Just a couple reparations that I factor in. We still under a tail and get down. A lot of rain in my life I found, so please shut the pipe down. I need that.
We are just a stone's throw from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and it is rocking and rolling here at Huntington Bank Field in downtown Cleveland. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Cleveland Browns. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Eagles take over first down 10 at their own 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Wilkerson will try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain. First and 10 at the 46-yard line. Cowboy 80. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Back to throw. Wilkerson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And now this ball picked up in the end zone. Remember, this is a live ball. Oh, what a move. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? And he will be taken down here, and that's certainly not how you draw it up. A clever idea, I guess, to try to return the missed field goal, but it's going to wind up costing him yardage.
Drop 60, drop 60.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got Brown on the out route complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. From down at the 12, it's first and 10. First and 10 at the 12-yard line. They'll look to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble. Barkley hit in the ball, pops free. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
following the fumble recovery. Stroud. Open man, that's Bond. Now inside the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A big play there. With touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. We look at this Browns defense. This unit, 3rd best in the NFL in stopping the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator, because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit. They're facing the #1 rushing team. They have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
Let's go now.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
This will be caught by Graham. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Off the play fake. Wilkerson. And he's locked up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Myles Garrett. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Warriors 70. Ready.
Looking to throw. Wilkerson. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A good pickup there at 22.
That's good. 70, Timberwolves.
Barkley. Going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Now they empty the backfield and motion the running back right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are an extra point away from evening this one up. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Oh, ready?
Stroud to throw it. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here we go. 2J. 19 Texas.
Here's Stroud. He'll swing this out to Jenkins. Call it no gain there on the first down play. The Browns sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
7-7, our score after 1. Second and 10.
Oh, ready? 18. Outside.
And inside run with Jenkins.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Stroud looking to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Wilkins. That's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 4th down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
18. Outside. Look the hot.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley still going inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Cleveland offense ready to go. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
They'll stay on the ground with Jenkins. And they'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
Here we go.
And Stroud now to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Throwing now is Stroud. He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Miami. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
All right. 18. What's up?
They'll run from the gun. It's Jenkins.
And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Y'all gotta pump my taste. Y'all can't talk my face. We got a no power ranger. Also dangerous.
So on 4th down, on is the punter Ryan Wright. Back deep, Rashid Shaheed. An audible here to get a new look.
And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Now their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
A big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. So right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Back to throw.
Wilkerson. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter. 14-7. They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
This one complete down the field to Goddard. Look at the big fella go.
Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, 72 yards.
And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
And they can't bring him down. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jenkins to start the drive.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
That's taken in by Bond.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Brings up
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
18. What's up? Why Tony?
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. And here's Ryan Wright now,
as he'll punt it away for the second time. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with a 21-7 lead already in their hip pocket, probably not a time to get too creative or inventive here. We'll see. That one complete. It's Tank Dell.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
2nd and 6.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list.
And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
They drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now Stroud.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Jihad Campbell.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and picked themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he has paid it off in a big, big way.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Browns drive about to get started. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Once again, Judkins.
That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
He'll try and do this himself.
This is intercepted.
Jacorian Bennett has it.
And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Here we go. Set. Cougar 19. Go.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
Ready.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Touchdown, Philadelphia! Dallas Goedert with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Eagles have opened the lead up to 30.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
A give up the middle, Jenkins.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Look the hot, look the hot. Oh, ready?
Stroud. I had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They could not convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. About 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of the drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Saquon Barkley. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
81 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
He covered a lot of ground, great blocking, and now they can sniff that end zone.
They certainly can, and because of that run, maybe you come back and fake it to him on this play and throw a little play action. Someone should break wide open.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Bronco 80.
give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 6 yards puts him right on the doorstep, but now it'll be 4th and goal.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So tack on 3 more, though it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great, too.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
They'll try and run here with Judkins. And he is going to have the Browns 1st down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Why, Tony? Ah, what's that? 118.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
To the left side, he finds Bond.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Here we go. Swap. Another swap. Hey, uno.
Stroud working out of the gun.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Jalen Carter
able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Here we go. Tony.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Stroud.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That'll give him 8 that time. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Wilkins. Will go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Uno. Ow, beside. 11.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Well, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving a little dab. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless, take care of the ball on the way out.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
96 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. side. Shelley. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the gun on 3rd down. Wilkerson runs over it. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 44-yard line. Philadelphia picking up the 1st on a gain of 15. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's go, Perry.
Up the middle with Barkley. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. He has just eclipsed the 13,000-yard mark for his career. What a career it's been. Incredible running the football.
And an Eagle first down.
Deputy. Cougar 19.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Here's 2nd and 10.
That's pretty.
Now they'll pitch it out here. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st, just a gain of 1 there.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia.
Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the 1st quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2, 3, or 4. They're going to have a lot of work to do before stepping back on the field.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting tape to analyze, won't it? Because why did it work in the 1st quarter, but nothing in quarters 2, 3, and 4? So we always talk about adjustments. You don't just wait till halftime. You do it series to series. They'll be working on that in preparation for their next game.
So for the Eagles, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0.
And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Washington Commanders.
Meanwhile, for Cleveland, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far.
And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers.
I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.